E churro el poveri churro is found. This song is not even from Inter. I don't care. I don't care. The first thing that came to my mind, and I don't know if I sang it. Fine, get out, man. He cannot win another champions until he pays a corrupt club that paid an arbitration chief for over 20 years. It can't be. It can't be. Karma must be somewhere, and they will win the league and the cup because they are already in an absolutely corrupt competition like the entire Spanish one, the league, the cup, the Super Cup. Those they can win, but not the Champions League. And they've been close, but there has to be something. There has to be something out there in the universe conspiring for good. Because ethics and morality and all the good in this world has to, at some point, appear. Oh, and it has been a thing. It has been a thing. Look, I have sung the goal by Inter, the third, the equalizer there when the situation was already agonizing, where we had to pull off another Iniesta moment at Stamford Bridge and I don't know what. My goodness, how I celebrated it. And that was only to ensure extra time. Well, man, and Summers saves. Summers saves. Inter has a summer. There was a time when there was someone in Inter called Winter. Remember, he was Dutch, but Inter had summer and winter. We are inspired. We are inspired. Don't expect much football in this video, okay? I mean, much analysis, much stuff. Something will not happen since we never expect it, right? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. No, seriously, let's see. I think Inter has survived, but come on, an amazing exercise in survival because the tie has been incredible. I mean, this is pure football and a fantasy. But for the game, I think Barca deserved it. But let them deal with it. I insist, going back to the first point. I mean, there has to be something in the universe that conspires for karma to happen, right? In any case, there is also the other perspective. Be careful. There is a way to play football that is Inter's way, which is very good. Taking advantage of the fact that Barca's defense is very leaky. Because it is very leaky. And watch out, if they didn't play the offside so well, well, in the end, I mean, well, that's what saves them. Maybe that's why also for taking so many risks, so they also mess up those, right? Oh, what joy. But wait, there has been a robbery or an attempted robbery. Let's see here some things that maybe people don't remember because we're all so cheerful and such, but be careful, okay? Well, what was most scandalous was at the end of the first half of extra time. Who was it? Fratesi stayed, I think it was Fratesi stayed in front of Szczęsny, but in front of Szczęsny there was no offside. It was one of the few times Inter managed not to fall into offside. In others they also managed not to be offside, but you understand me, out of all the attempts, right? And, well, there it is. And Marciniak had already turned around and blew the final whistle. But come on, please, this is the one they say is a Real Madrid supporter, Marciniak. Well, look how much of a supporter Marciniak is, that besides, well, this is a photo I reshared because it's wonderful, because it brings us very good memories. Now, all that was missing was to sign Abraham Mourinho, right? To have a revival. But well, in any case, we would have to sign Simone Inzaghi, but Simone Inzaghi is not going to come. Look, Fernando Palomo, who is clearly biased. 6th of May, the swipe. Well, you'll be left wanting, Palomo, your bias is obvious. Oh, what a wonderful photo this is with the sprinklers there. Going full blast at the Camp Nou and with Victor Valdés arriving to Mourinho saying, don't do that. I'm going to show you here something very interesting. Well, I said on X that only Mr. Real Madrid does this logically, but wait. Well, after laughing here with everything that, okay, this is a moment of the match where Íñigo Martínez spits at Serviera. I don't remember who it was, a player from Inter. He spits. Where is the VAR? Here, where is the VAR? Anyway, the VAR in Europe, even with this, that should have been involved here, even with this, the VAR in Europe works more than that shabby thing in Spain, which is Barcelona with the shows the numbers it shows in recent years favoring Football Club Barcelona, right? Because luckily, in the first half. The Kubarsi tackle, which Marciniak hadn't called as a penalty, well, the VAR comes in there, and it's clearly seen that it first touches the foot of Lautaro Martinez, who also tries to make contact, but well, that's legal. It's like Olmo in the match against Celta, how he also tries to make contact with the leg of the Celta player. So they mess up. But one thing in that penalty, penalty, it's not a red card, since it would be triple punishment. It can't be because there's a contest for the ball, but be careful. Why wasn't there a yellow card for Kubarsi? Why wasn't there a yellow card for Kubarsi? Well, we have that. We have. Wait a minute. Let's see. Wait, because I had more things here. There was the Polish referee not whistling the end of the match when one player from Inter was left alone. End of the first half of the extra time. Oh, about Kubarsi, it was a yellow and he wasn't shown it. And about Inigo, the red, that's already enough to alter a match, huh? Seems to me. And well, as I say, wonderful, but what needs to be highlighted here certainly is the enormous performance of Sommer, who has saved his team from quite a few goals. I think he made 3 absolutely crucial saves, like Courtois in the Champions final of the 14th. I'm remembering something I was going to say and I had forgotten. The Marca newspaper. I don't have it here. Let me see if I have it here. Wait a moment, let's see if I hit it here in the likes, because the Marca newspaper here does this. No, I don't have it here. Well, there's a question about why a handball, which wasn't a handball, by a Serbi also inside Inter's area, that, however, the VAR didn't consider that punishable, because it didn't hit his hand, it hit his chest, comparing it with Kubarsi's penalty. But what is this? Why do we need Mundo Deportivo and Sport if we have Marca? Why do we need them? Then, another thing I forgot. Carlos Martinez, Maldini, and Mateo Lahoz, and I'm not sure about Alvaro Benito, but at least these first 3 in the penalty called at the beginning, which wasn't a penalty. That was awarded to Barca in favor when they tackled Lamine Yamal. They did it outside the area, and Carlos Martinez, Mateo Lahoz, and Maldini were saying it's outside, but since he falls inside and the last touch happens inside, it was given inside. But what did they inside? What last touch was inside? But there wasn't any touch inside. The touch was outside. That was a foul, not a penalty. And the commentators from Movistar. That's the only part where I listen to Movistar, huh? Also, I tell you, the only part because before I was listening to the radio, but apparently I think everything else. I mean, the penalty for Kubarsi wasn't for them. Anyway, well, as usual, right? They were expecting it to be Stamford Bridge 2.0. And there was another thing here that's astonishing, talking about the Sport Daily and the Mundo Deportivo Daily. I mean, compare what Marca is asking for today. A penalty for handball in the Inter area with what the Sport newspaper published on the day of the final in 2017. When Madrid won against Juve. That day, Forza Juve, right? Forza Juve. Okay. Well, can you imagine the newspaper Marca or AS publishing this on the front page? Do you see the narrative disadvantage we always have? Absolutely always, because the newspapers here, they are the newspapers for all fans and Spanish football, while the newspapers there are real Barca hooligans against Real Madrid. Well, to hell with all of them, man, to hell with it. All right, that's it. And I don't know if there was anything else that I wanted to mention. I think that's good, right? I think that's good. Well, they could crush us on Sunday, I'm telling you. Let's see. Because Barca concedes goals, the truth is that in defense, well, we should take advantage of that. I mean, what's shocking is that Madrid doesn't take advantage, I insist. But hey, maybe on Sunday, who knows? Who knows? Sunday, what could happen? But it's just that they have shown us the way Marcus Thuram and company. I mean, beating the defenders who play the offside trap very well, but they are not infallible, damn. But well, hey, on Sunday they might beat us, they might win their league to totally, if in the end it is a shabby competition, just like the cup, everything is in their favor, not like the champions, but here they will be left out. And in the next video, I'm going to talk about Ancelotti. I don't want to include it in this one. about Ancelotti, which today the newspaper Marca published that it is already agreed with Real Madrid that he will leave after the Classic. I understand he will finish the league matches, but that the announcement will very likely be made after the Classic. Ramon Alvarez de Mon said in the morning that he's not going to ask Real Madrid for a one-year compensation, and that everything will turn out well, so that announcement can be made in time and everything, smoothly for Xabi Alonso to arrive, I hope, by the Club World Cup. But if it doesn't happen, then it will be before an interim like Solari, whatever it may be. But Ancelotti, a big hug. Thank you for everything. Most awarded coach in the history of Real Madrid. But it is time to go. We will talk about a little more about it in the next video, because this one is about celebration and of taking a weight off our shoulders, right? Because we really took a weight off our shoulders. Today, we have experienced all that hatred and all that bad stuff that all of us Madrid fans have directed at Barca today, as it couldn't be any other way. All that they have been doing to us during the last 10 years, but not just their fans, their press too, okay? And today, since our press, in quotes, the Madrid press, doesn't do it well, we fans do it 1 year once. Hey, in a semi-final nothing happens, right? They have 10 years, 10 semi-finals anyway. Well, hope it goes well for you. Like, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel, please comment, share, and that's all. What a great joy. Above all, what a relief. And what well, yes, right? What a way of avoiding an upset. Damn. In the end, that's it. I told my wife, but why do you go crazy? Girl, because I avoid an upset, and that's it. By the way, in the next video, I'll show my reactions at home going crazy. All right, goodbye.